And another thing you notice, the first thing they say, make sure you guys hit that like and the subscribe button. That's what it's all about. After they get them dogging you out, before they dog you out, that's the first thing they say. If you like this video, make sure you hit.
You have 1 minute remaining.
Yeah. 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 So many lies that you hear from the net, they don't get her respect. She reporting the truth, not a check. You want an unbiased opinion straight from the chest, not a bit of conflict or someone here for a check. Tune in, these are thoughts from a lawyer on a mission who goes so hard it's like she works on commission. Trolls in the comments might say she tripping cause they lack the knowledge, they don't know they missing. Got a couple current events that you like, wanna know about law from the eyes. Tired of all these blogs running lies because their agendas are disguised. Tune in to the intellect, cause I'm sure y'all missing all the facts of the case that she steady is gifting. Someone here for the people, man, it's so uplifting. If you ain't subscribed yet, then you just omitting facts.
Good morning, everyone, and happy Monday. I hope you guys had a restful holiday if you celebrated. Last week, a lot of people were on spring break. I'm over here on this channel because I almost forgot that it existed, and your girl got to put some hours up over here. And plus, I usually don't really go over the phone calls like that unless they have some type of significance. You know, even when she being Sonia tried to drag me, I still didn't even go over it because, you know, it takes a lot to get my attention to make me go online to talk about you. But we have a phone call that I feel is worth us going over. So as you guys come in, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. I want to welcome each and every one of you guys. If you don't know who I am Pam Esquire. I'm the one running this channel over here. And we have been following, especially on the main page, the ongoing saga of Ernest Williams. And what is so interesting about this case, and I said it a long time ago, the only reason why it has been lasting as long as it has, because for me personally, unless it's like legal documents or even going into the court cases, if there's nothing to talk about legally, I usually don't talk about it. But then you had Ernest Williams, who was the estranged husband of Shirley Strawberry, who thought in her infinite wisdom that it was a great idea to come up and show herself and thrust herself into the limelight, show up in people's chats, caused a bunch of arguments and chaos. So she became the content. So now she has given people content for days and days. And even though Sonia knows that these calls are being recorded and they're also of interest to the public, therefore folks are doing Freedom of Information Act requests, she's still just a talking on these phone calls. One of the things, if you guys follow me, that I said was that she needs to stop talking. All she had to do was sit back. And I'm not going to say it would have totally died down because I know personally I still would have followed this case. However, it wouldn't be as big as it is. And you wouldn't have folks up in here named Sonia's Edges, them folks. You see what I'm saying? Like you caused this, Sonia. This is something that you actually caused. And so because of this, I'm gonna talk about it. That's what this second channel is for, to talk about miscellaneous things that doesn't necessarily come with the documents like I do on the main page. And this was definitely a call of which a lot of things that we have been saying, all of us that have been following this case, that's myself, that is Grown Woman Vibes with Nyla, that's Bougie, and that's Phone Calls with Prison, of course, that we have all been talking about, is that Sonia it felt like she was almost ops after a while. It felt like she was setting this man up to be let down. because there was trust me, I don't feel sorry because again, you guys know how Ernest has done Shirley Strawberry, in my opinion. He played her, or maybe she participated. I don't know. I wasn't in their relationship, but from the outside looking in, it looks like he had a lot. He was just running game. That plantation game. That's what you call that. That old school picking cotton game he had been playing. He still be trying to play it because we see it on those calls. But it seemed in those phone calls that Sonia had this quest to separate Ernest from people. But then Ernest also wasn't being very honest on the people that were helping him. So there were several phone calls of which Sonia has called Dre, who is his best friend, an idiot. She talked about Dion on one call so bad, talked about he was broke. You need to sell these cars. Talked about that he was soft, just was going in. And I was sitting there like, okay, so Ernest, you're not going to say anything? And she's talking about your son. And the thing is, these phone calls are being released. So we are going to discuss it. We're going to all hear it. And that means Dion will probably hear it. That means Dre will probably hear it. That means Lamont, who is his brother or not his brother, I don't know what their relation is. But Ernest and Sonia have talked about everybody. And what is interesting about these phone calls is probably people talk about other folks a lot. However, this is all coming together where everybody knows what is being said about them by Ernest. And it all came crashing down in this call with his son, Dion. Dion said, I ain't the one. I don't know who you are. You letting this chick run stuff. He said everything that we said about Sonia in this phone call. So I felt it was worth us talking about and going over. And that's what we're going to do as quickly as we can this morning. Because I know many of you guys are working as I am. But this was something I really wanted to go over. I see you guys in here. Hello to everyone. Stacy, the first twin. Rena, Cat, Sunflower. I saw you in here. Beautiful T. Sonia's nails. See what I'm saying? And edges. Said she played his game on him by isolating people close to him the same way that he did Shirley. Exactly. And we all watched it unfold. Now, there were some other, maybe tomorrow morning, I'll go over if I have the time, of Sonia going off. And I guess it's supposed to be her breakup calls. But it really wasn't a breakup. It was just, I don't even know what that was. But the way Ernest behaved on those phone calls with the manipulation and just the whole, I think if you are of a certain age, you probably met dudes that have talked like that. Like I was having straight up flashbacks while Ernest was saying things that he was saying. And I'm like, girl, if you fall for this and you dang near 60, it's a problem. It is a total problem. But yeah. Kay Jones said, right, it's delusional behavior, and most of us can't believe our eyes and ears. Pure entertainment. You started it. That's all. She kept it going, and this is what I said a long time ago. I realized, and this was one of the reasons why I wasn't really talking about her as much, and I kept trying to gear us more towards the legal. Even if I gotta fly to that, fly to the court. Whatever I got to do to make sure you guys stay up on the legal aspects and try to focus on that is because I felt like Sonia was liking this good attention and she was trying to spin it to Ernest as if she was doing this to help him because she would like throw in his case. But I felt like what she was doing was trying to use this as a way to get exposure for herself. And then try to spin the narrative as much as she can because she didn't like the way she was looking as the side chick. So that, I think she was her priority. It wasn't that he was just a priority. Because what can she really do out here? We not the jury. Half of us don't even live in Georgia, let alone Fulton County. So there's no way we're going to be on the jury anyway. So why are you out here trying to windmill and say, I'm trying to get this narrative out? I'm trying, on the phone call, Sonia made it clear that her purpose of coming out was because she wanted to get their side of the story. And I said, as a practicing attorney, I said that is ridiculous. First of all, when your lawyer comes up to see you, that's when you talk to your lawyer and you say, hey, I have bank records that may debunk this. I have this that may debunk this. And you talk to your lawyer and you have an investigator on your case. You talk to them directly. So your strategy doesn't get out to the other side. Your strategy doesn't get out to the public so we can clown it. So none of that happened. Now we've heard basically dang near all of his defenses, which is crazy because if we heard it, the prosecutor heard it. And what's even crazier is you don't even have discovery. So you don't even know all the evidence they have against you. You don't know any of that yet. But yet and still, you got somebody out here, somebody's out here trying to find evidence based on all they need for a warrant is probable cause, which is a very low bar. Do you really believe that the prosecutor puts every piece of information, every date, every incident, all of that in a warrant? They just need enough to arrest you for the actual charge that they're alleging. That's it. They don't have to tell you what witnesses they have, if they have any. They don't have to tell you if they got you on videotape. They ain't got to tell you if somebody was recording you, because people record almost all conversations these days. So like, even for example, the Bishop Whitehead, who I had been following, it's a whole nother case that he is involved in. And it sounds like they recorded him. And it was like interesting to find out he was recorded, because I wouldn't have thought that he was being recorded. That somebody would take the time to record him. You literally have no type of information on what they have on you, but you out here windmilling. You out here windmilling with no evidence. Just probable cause from a warrant. So I, who you don't like, because Sonia done called me out my name, and Nesto said he heard I was talking reckless. I done seen you in court more than one time. Okay, like physically. Very visible. Very visible. And I know, honestly, the reason why I wasn't really mad at him like that for the stuff he was saying, because a lot of the information he got, be it came from him or whether it came from somebody else, like a Sylvia, is because you're only getting partial information. You're not getting the totality of the circumstances on what's going on these YouTube streets. So I take that into consideration, that everything Sonia does is self-serving for her. And so I'm sure she didn't let him know that I was saying he deserved bond. He was supposed to have bond, put the statute up, said that there was ways that I do believe that he had his rights that were, that was borderline, if not being violated. And there were things that you can do. I've always been as equal as I can on both sides, because honestly, I'm more defense attorney oriented, because that's what I've done. I've never done prosecution, which means I've always had to find holes and reasonable doubt in your story that the prosecutor is giving. So I know that she's not giving all of the information out there. And I think this is what Dion was trying to relay in this conversation as well, that we are about to hear. I think he was letting him know, you have no clue what is going on. You just out here being a little sucker for this booty. And that's that. And that's what I got. But we're going to break down this conversation. It's 400 of you guys up in here. And yeah. You said, as Nesto's son, he should get more information about his situation and not Boneytail. It's my turn, 247. I hear you. Nesto's framed dismissal. See what I'm saying? See what you did, Sonia? See what you did? She had no issue with you when you said things she felt were favorable, but when you said something she didn't like, you became Pammy Pam. And she said I was the most unbiased or the least messy out of all of them. Then when Nesto mentioned it, oh yeah, she's real messy. I don't watch her. First it was I didn't watch her. Then it was I watched her 1 or 2 times. Then it was like she just kept evolving on her connection. You watched me and you've been in my comments because I did a whole video of you being in my comments and me having to let you know you're not gonna lie on me. You can go lie on somebody else, but you're not the focal point of what I talk about. So you have no reason to be trying to come for me. And this whole when she lived in Detroit and all of that stuff or whatnot, we don't claim her. So she need to go back to Ohio or wherever she came from. Let's get started here. I need to see evidence and proof that she ever lived here because we don't act in that type of manner.
So,
What's up?
how are you?
Hold on. Sorry, guys. Well, it's not coming back on. Hold on.
I'm all right. How are you?
Good. You get my letter?
My mama had got it out the box.
Oh.
He said my mama got it out the box, which means, yeah, I got it, but I ain't even opened it because it had your name on it. He should have known this was about to go left as soon as Dion answered the phone call the way that he did.
Okay.
But no, I ain't ready yet.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Alright then. Okay. There's a lot going on out there in the world out there. A lot going on in the world.
He ain't got nothing to say. Look at him trying to figure out how he's going to start a conversation with his own child that he had. A part of him, 50% is him. And he is fishing, trying to do filler conversations because he has no clue what he is going to say to his own child.
Well, brother, how you feeling? How your life going? 'Cause I ain't got no life no more. How your life going?
Listen to the victim. He ain't got no life no more. So how your life going?
Shit, man, you made the bed, you laying there, man. You talking that stupid ass shit on that phone. And you allowing that bitch to do it.
And that's how it started. He said, you made your bed. You have to lie in it. You allowed that stupid ass biatch to say all that stuff on that phone. And that's when we knew that Dion, the son of Ernest Williams, was about to go off. Now, the first person that kind of went off on him and we commended was Dre. And the thing is, I think everyone needs someone that is willing to tell you the truth. That's what I was saying about Sonia. She never told this man the truth about anything. Now, all of this with Dion is stuff that she helped cause. So I'm sure that she wouldn't, she wouldn't participate in clearing and clarifying when it comes to this. But with Dre, as we went over before, Dre told him about himself and how things were looking. And Sonia always will find something to let him know that I believe everything you say. And she would come up with an argument for everything. But she never was balanced to let him know the bad part with the good part. So what that means is whenever she tell him something that's negative, he gonna automatically go off because you have created this whole illusion that she just believes everything and everything about him is just so perfect and everything is right.
So you keep on doing that. I ain't got nothing to say about it. That's what you want to do that.
What you mean?
Man, you know what I mean, Daddy. Don't play with me, bro. You know all them calls got dropped. Don't even play with me like that.
Now, Dion said, I ain't Sonya. Don't be playing me. I ain't Shirley. Don't be playing me like that. I know you. You my daddy. What you mean? Huh? Yeah, Dion was like, I'm not buying it.
No. I'm talking about.
You talking about the world and all that shit, man. Fuck them people, man.
The word that you really got is the people that's really in your corner, but you saying there ain't nobody in your corner. That shit crazy to me. Same way you asked me to find that video, I found that shit. But ain't nobody in your corner though. You just be talking crazy because you be in your feelings.
So what he's talking about, for those of you that don't know, and most of you probably do, is on some of the phone calls, aside from Sonia kind of hyping him up, forget them. I'm not calling them no more. I'm not texting them no more. I'm not asking them for anything because they're not doing anything. Well, we heard phone calls and we know that Dion has put a couple dollars on the phone. We know that I don't know about Lamont, but I know Dre has put money on the phone and he accepts phone calls and he was actually talking to them. Ernest would make it seem like when he talking to Sonia, oh, I ain't got nobody but you. You the only one that look out for me and all of that. Now, meanwhile, we're hearing all the phone calls from all the other people that you're having conversation with that seem like they're also supporting you as well. So Dion, one of the ones that got dragged the most, because I think it was a phone call where there was a conversation related to how Dion hasn't done anything dang near the whole time he's been in there. So that's why Dion's pissed. Now, the video they're referring to is there was a video of his daughter who I guess she was having some type of psychosis or mental breakdown, according to him. And she is one of the ones that did the outcry letters. The last in-person motion that I went to for the SA charges, she's not one of the ones that is a part of the actual charge, from my understanding, but she did do an outcry letter, which is she was one of the ones that didn't want him to get up out of jail, even though she said that's her father. She didn't want him to get a bond. She wanted him to stay up in there until his day of reckoning. And so Dion, he went around trying to find this video that he sent, obviously, to multiple people of his daughter, which is just beyond me and blows my mind. How's your daughter allegedly having a mental crisis, but you decide you got to go send this video to your best friend because you asked Dre? You sent it to your older daughter, Laverte. You also sent it to Dion. Who else you send this to? This is your child. And you thought this was funny or something? Either did you think this was funny or did you think that you knew you needed to try to get some type of evidence to go against her credibility in the future? Which one was it? Because as a father, I think that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Like, why would you be sending this video to all these people? But anyway, that's the video that he was referring to. Sonia called Dion three-way, asked for $250, called Dion broke, referred to him going to the pawn shop. Yep, Stacy the first 20 sure did. On one of the calls, she asked him for $250 because, Ernest has been through attorneys like toilet paper. So he's on his third paid attorney that is still on a couple of his cases, unless he's gotten off by now that Shirley paid for, and then he has his court appointed that he has now. So Sonia has been out here allegedly trying to find him lawyers. And I guess one lawyer didn't want to see him unless there was a $250 consult for him to go to the jail. So therefore she called asking for the $250. And then she goes off on him. But my thing was, it was only $250. It's nothing to a boss. Why you didn't just pay it? Not, I want to be the last resort. I want to try to make them do stuff. I feel like, and again, this is my opinion because I don't know this chick, but I feel like her point of doing that was to try to catch him off guard so that if he didn't do it, it would make it look like to his father that his son is not supporting him. Because if it's only $200, you get that in your check every month. You the one said on your live that you get an SSI check. So I'm just saying, $250 is nothing to a boss, especially for somebody that's talking about they going to Africa for 2 weeks, because the Africa trip is very expensive. Very expensive. The tickets are not a joke just to get there. Let's continue. Let's take a listen.
That shit weird. The same way that you see me trying to put the money on the phone and hang up. Like, but stop that weird ass shit, man. Okay, so you put money.
So he's saying he tried to put money on the phone, and while he doing it, when he calls, Nesto be hanging up on him, like getting an attitude, I guess, because the money is not already on there. So he said he tried to put money on the phone, and Nesto will hang up before the money, he can even put the money on there. And he said, you need to stop this weird behavior. This is not the guy that I know.
On books because she said she put $10.
Man, ain't no, she did shit. I just did that shit just then.
Oh, okay.
How we talking? You know I don't fuck with her. You know she blocked. Stop playing, bro. Stop.
He said he don't even F with Sonya. She ain't tell us that. Now, when she was doing her goodbyes and she was talking and saying that she ain't calling Dion no more and all of that, whatever she was saying, she never told us that Dion didn't F with her and that she was blocked. But see, when Sonya was on Sylvia's platform, she did admit that she's a liar. Now, that's one thing she did say. I found two different things where she was not lying. She did admit that she was a liar. And then she also admitted, I think on her little final goodbye that she tried to do, I guess she thought we were going to stop talking about her if she did that, or people was going to stop talking about her. She said that Ernest said that it was AI that was that was talking about her when somebody asked her, what did Ernest say when you when you confronted him about what he said about you on the phone calls? And he said it was AI. And we all kind of laughed about it, but apparently, as you guys seen from the phone calls, he did say that. So we got 2 times where she wasn't lying.
Stop the goofy shit.
Hey, hold up.
Hey, no, hold up. You know what you did.
Look, now if that was Sonya, he would have got loud right there. He tried to do the hold up, like he was about to check somebody, and Dion like, nah, ain't no hold up. We not cool. And I'm about to tell you from my chest what I feel. And he came all the way down. When he talked to Sonya, he was like, I said what the F I said, you need to calm the F. Oh, he got real tough. And this is what I'm saying. These phone calls is starting to reveal his personality. And Dion says that. These phone calls, not even just what you're saying, but the temperament that he has is starting to look like it aligns with what people are saying about you. So these phone calls, not only the substantive, meaning the words of it, are not going to be used against you or can be used against you, but also the way you react. The way you react to certain information, the way you talk to people, and he's not thinking about that. This is why I said it doesn't make sense for him to be talking. Write letters. It doesn't make sense for you to be talking like this.
I'm not calm. I'm not on no cool shit, man.
Okay,
you let that bitch play with your son. You let that bitch play with your son. That shit crazy. Ain't shit soft about me, and you know that.
Okay.
And you sit here letting these folks talk about that shit, knowing these cars on shit keep getting leaked. Your ass tripping. That ain't what you raised a nigga to be. You doing the shit that you told a nigga not to do. You doing the same shit that you told all your folks not to do. And that shit weird to me, man. And if you okay with doing the shit that you doing now, man, you should have told me that shit was okay 15, 17, 18 years ago.
Okay.
I don't like that shit. You know I don't like it. Cause you know the way you talk to nigga. You know that shit you on ain't cool.
Okay.
Listen to this.
You keep talking to your life over with, man. What the fuck is you talking?
Listen to him. Okay. He was like that with Dre too. Then he got with Sonya and he was saying it from his chest. He made it seem like I was guilty. He should know your character. He should know your character. That don't make no sense. He going on. So it's like he uses her to act tough on how he really feel. But when he talked to the men that hold him accountable and they stand there and say it with their chest, you okay. Okay. All right, say what you gotta say. But if this was a woman, he would have went in. He would have went in if it was Sonya. This is what I'm saying. Sonya, you have to see, because I know you watch any video with his name on it. You have to pay attention since you into character You into reviewing character, review tone, review temperament, review how you're getting treated. You the only one out here, like for real, helping him like that. Not saying that his family or Dion and them aren't helping him as far as the stuff they've done monetarily, but you're the one going over and beyond trying to talk to lawyers and get on the street and act like you Sonia Luther King and Sonia Cochran and them. And look how he treats you when he talked to you and basically was telling you almost to go to hell. But now he's all calm and okay with his son.
Talking about, man. You keep talking. You know how powerful your fucking tongue is. So keep talking that shit and watch it gonna happen. They gonna baptize your ass. So keep saying it. Okay. This ain't you. This little shit here, this little shit they sending you through, this shit ain't nothing. You done been through it. But you acting weird like you ain't never been through this shit. Like you ain't never had somebody trying to tear you the fuck down. You helping these people.
Didn't I say that? He acts like he has never been to prison before. He acts like he has never been to jail before. He's done federal and he's done state. So you've been on both sides of the aisle. But then you listen to it. That's why I said this is the weirdest thing to me. I'm gonna have to agree with Dion on this. It didn't make any sense that you know what this lady is telling you is not legit, at least for Georgia. I don't know about where else she alleged she helped in a law firm, but at least for Georgia, it's not legit. But you just agree with a lot of this stuff and you agree with everything she says, and it just was not making any sense. Now, it may have flown if these phone calls didn't get out. That may have worked. But because the phone calls got out, you can't disguise. And you are helping. You are helping people you can tell you help people. When we went up in there, myself and Dennis, to record. And the judge was like, yeah, I'm going to have to agree that I believe that, this may affect his case at some point. And so we don't want to affect the case when she objected to the attorney objected to the Rule 22. Yeah, I'm going to have to agree and all of that. But then when Dennis got up there and was like, well, you letting a blogger come see you. You knew she was putting a video out there. What did Sonia just say? When she just told Sylvia when she was on the platform, whenever I go see Ernest, I'm going to let you know and I'm going to give you the video to put it out there. So you guys keep availing yourself to the public because you want to put your own narrative and spin on it. And it's not helping his situation. And I get it. He's not out here. So if he doesn't have a Dion or a Dre or anybody telling him what's going on YouTube and what she's doing and how she's going on multiple platforms and how it's really not helping his case at all, how it's getting worse and everything's getting bigger, it's like pouring gasoline in a fire, maybe he would stop talking to her. But I think because she is the primary information carrier, this is why it's as big as it is.
That shit don't sit right with me. You helping them. How the fuck you gonna help somebody tear you down? Okay. Something to your life over with, man. What the hell are you talking about? You still breathing.
Well, I get what it is. I keep going to these bars here, and they keep jacking me around, keep lying. It's I know a lot. It's fucking with me.
I'm watching this shit happen, man. But guess what? You got a bun. So at this point, all you need is fun.
No, I went again yesterday, and they never put the paperwork in, bro.
I just watch the shit. You think that I just man, you think you know shit because you in the shit. Every time you take a shit is on the internet. Okay. I know you went to court yesterday. I know that they said that they can baptize your ass. I know they throw the charges out and they said they can pick them back up. Hey, man, you telling me I don't know, but don't nobody got your back. The nigga that ain't got your back is the nigga that's in the Louis store. But I ain't gonna go there though.
Okay.
Don't play with me like that. Just straight up. Don't let nobody else play with me like that. You know this.
I respect that.
Oh, he respects that.
Okay.
Come on, man.
You hear that? He respects that. Now, when Sonia was going in on him, listen, Wanch, I told you I apologize, and I ain't gonna do it no more. If you gonna talk to me or you not, I don't want to hear all that. It's time to move on. He was very dismissive. He was deflecting. Now his son getting into him or whatnot. He's saying, I respect that. His son going off worse than what Sonia was. Sonia was trying to make it into a joke. I don't know if that's just how she handles everything, but it was like you was saying it like you was pissed, but don't really know how to communicate how you really feel. So it was kind of looking a little playish, but then I'm kind of pissed. Then she would go real hard at being pissed. Then when it seemed like he was getting really, really mad, she would come down a little bit. No, I'm still going to help you because you didn't do that shit. And because you didn't do that stuff, I'm going to help you with whatever. Because especially on those two big charts, like she was trying to bring him down whenever she knew he was getting pissed at her. But with his son, as you guys see, he said, I respect that. He ain't raised his voice. He ain't made it seem like, bro, you wrong. Don't talk about Sonia like that. She doing the best she can. I didn't mean to come across like none of that. He just like, all right, you right. He ain't even trying to explain himself. Somebody says she's a DV. You can tell. You can tell. And I'm not, I don't know if she had got, pow by an ex, then clearly there's a domestic violence type thing. But you can tell she's used to that behavior. And unfortunately, these videos, the next person that comes, they're going to try the same stuff because you attract what you are. So I hope she get the therapy she needs. And that's like no joke because she has kids and she has grandkids. And I'm not one to brag, even though everybody think when you talk about it, you bash it. Well, not everybody because you guys don't. But she feels like, black women pitted against each other and bashing other black women. First of all, you out your own mouth, Sonia, said you don't even get along with women at all. Now, most of the women were telling you if you were going to stop talking to Nesto, it should have been about something different. That's what I said. I was like, girl, you mad because he said you can't afford him? You can't. I mean, it's people I can't afford. Like, it is what it is. I'd have been like, yeah, you're right. Because I don't want you to have no expectations of me that I'm going to pay a high bill or I'm going to put my houses up for you to get out because I'm not. So, no. But that's what you get mad at? Out of all the stuff to be pissed off at, that's what you mad at. You ain't pissed off that he lied to you and told you were the only person on the side he was kicking it with outside of Shirley because he ain't got time. But then he turns around and you look in these incident reports and it was a few women he was messing with outside of Shirley and you. And he said that. But then he gets on there, I ain't got no reason to lie to you. Basically, he said you ain't nobody to lie to. What does that mean? I ain't got to lie to you. I could tell you the truth that I ain't ish and you still gonna be with me. That's how I take that. I ain't got to lie to you. You're not even worth me lying to you. So I hope she gets whatever help she needs because she does come across with that battered woman syndrome where you have that honeymoon period and then they go in and go off on you and stuff and you learn how to de-escalate and calm it down and all of that. And that's why she knew exactly how to try to switch the subject when he seemed like he was so mad. But when you look at Dion, this is how you can tell it's a real relationship because he's really like, I don't really want Dion mad at me like that. Let me take what he say. Now, he may not do a dang on thing that Dion tell him to do or ask him to do or say that he should do. But he ain't about to disrespect him and tell him, I don't give a F what you talking about, F you, like he kind of did her. He's not about to do that. Chick-fil-A gal said, thank you. Keep me the broke friend so you expect nothing from me but those $8 for cars every night. That's all I'm saying. You right. I ain't got nothing. I'd have been like, oh, I would have told Ernest, yep, I heard your phone calls. You called me, bro. You right. I'm your broke friend. Unfortunately, I wish your wife who got that alleged $1 million a year contract was still on board because I ain't got it. I ain't got it. Because she has to know that this is just something for him to do while he's in jail. That's why I said I'm not even mad at him talking to her. I think it's bad that these phone calls are out and you're talking about people that really are you have relation and familial relationship with, and you're willing to ruin that over reckless conversation. I knew when she was on that live, she was full of it. Sonia didn't need to do an exit interview. No, she didn't. I don't know. She couldn't have thought that all of a sudden phone calls from prison was going to stop asking for the calls. Like, we were going to believe her that the last time you visited him was January or February, whenever she said it was. Nobody believed the word she was saying. That's why I said when she actually told the truth about the AI, I was like, oh, wow. He did say that. Like, oh, he did say that on the call. Thank you, Joanna, so much for the Cash App. I appreciate that. Buy my morning coffee with that. I appreciate that. Ooh. All right, let's get back to it.
You supposed to be my dog. Like, come on now. I don't give a fuck what you going through or what I'm going through. I ain't doing that. That's what I'm not doing. When I get mad, I go to I don't get the bash to my folks. I don't do none of that shit. I just stick to myself. I don't do that. I ain't jumping on no podcast either trying to make you look like the damn savior. And I ain't on no podcast trying to make myself look good after the motherfucker don't drag me through the mud.
You hear that? Very important. That's what I said. Dion out here looking at these YouTube streets. So now he letting him know she's going from podcast to podcast or YouTube channel to YouTube channel, trying to make it like he's so innocent and this and this and that. And he's saying it's dumb. And then he said she's basically going on other podcasts and stuff trying to defend herself. I think she more cares about defending herself, but that's just my opinion. I think she's worried about being called a side. That's why she said, okay, I was a side chick, whatever you want, move on. Like, she feels like if she admits it, nobody will call her that. But I'm sorry, that's exactly what it is when you're married, when you decide to be in a relation with someone that's already married. So he's like, I think this might be his first time really hearing, because even when Dre talks to him about the phone calls, he laughs about certain things and different comments that have to do with him. But for the most part, he doesn't really let him know, Sonya done went on 3-4 different platforms. Sonya done went and did. He's not doing that when Dre does that. So this may be his first time knowing what Sonya's really doing out here on YouTube.
But that's what your folks doing. That shit weird.
Okay.
Like real shit. I'm just telling you on some real shit, man. I don't know if you done got enough or you just done got old and you looking at shit a little different or you feel like ain't nobody got your back. But that ain't the way to go. I'm telling you. That ain't the route that you going ain't the way to go, man. And stop talking to them podcast people, man. That shit, these how these people get their kicks. This how these people get their money, man. That shit ain't gonna do nothing for you. Stop trying to
look how Dre telling them the truth. You know what I'm saying? He was like, it's not helping you at all, but it's helping us that are actually reporting on it. You keep giving us content. I said it a long time ago. Sonia is consistently giving content. If she goes on somebody else's platform, that's content. When she goes on her platform, it's content. When she's on the phone calls, it's content. When she comes in our chats and decides to comment, it's content. When she on her Instagram saying dumb stuff, it's content. When she's putting certain informations and trying to put certain narratives out there, it's content. So it is helping everyone. And even though she relays it to him like, oh yeah, I'm going on Tasha K, she paid for this, but that's it or whatever. It ain't no real money. She give $1,000 for makeup and blah, 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 and made it seem like somehow you were helping him. Everybody knows that whole conversation with Tasha K was not going to help him. She was going to try to get to the bottom of it. It wasn't going to be no, you're on Good Morning America or you sitting with Gayle King or something and they just trying to get your side of the story so you can put it out there. Like a Jonathan Majors. No, that's not what it is. It's about I done did research on you and I know the truth and I'm about to let you sit here and lie and then I'm about to confront you with your lies. That's what that is. And you knew it before you went on there. But Sonya thinks she's so smart, she was going to out-slick somebody. And again, that became content. Then he had the nerve to call while she was on Tasha K's show. And then that became content. So Dion is telling you right. But, you know, the one that you said was reckless over here in Detroit talking about it, I said she shouldn't talk about it at all. But who am I? You know, you're right. These are all adults. They can make the decisions they want to make. But I said if she cared about you like that, her best bet is to not talk about you or this case, y'all situation or anybody else's situation at all. That was it. It wouldn't have stopped the phone calls. We probably still would have been talking about those. But you getting in the comments is really what made me talk about you. Because you guys know I didn't really talk about Sonya like that. And like I said, I knew who Sonya was back in September. I never said who she was or any of that because she was not the focus of what I was talking about. But then she came out the bushes and then she tried to make all these different fake YouTube pages and then start talking about people in the chat and going back and forth with people. And that's how she ended up becoming the head content.
Please don't take with the world, man, and fight the system, man. On some real shit.
Okay,
I'm gonna time that internet shit in exist, daddy. Pops. Nesto. Nah, for real. I'm telling you some real shit.
Okay. I'm listening. That's what I need today. Some real. Go ahead, I'm listening.
Yeah, can you forget who the fuck you
He said, I'm listening. That's what I need today. Some real. But didn't Sonya just go off on you earlier that day or maybe later that day? Definitely the day before, because it was one on the 11th too, where you knew she was pissed at you, but she wasn't talking the real. You ain't care what she had to say. All right, F it, gonna waste my damn time. I get on this phone and you gonna sit up there and now I'll go read the dang on message. Because she was like, did you hear the message that I sent you? And he hung up in her face. Like, who you talking to? Let me pull that one up. No, it's such a difference. It's crazy. Let me see. See if I can find that one real quick. Oh yeah, that's the short one. Hold on. 1 second. Let me stop sharing this one and put this one up here. Hold up. We just gonna see the difference.
Did you get my message?
What message?
Go read the message I sent you.
Okay, is it good? Because I don't need to hear
It's
nothing.
March 10th.
That's raggedy.
No, it's very bad. So go look at it. And then
it's very bad. What is so bad about it? What is so bad? What is so bad?
It's very bad.
Okay.
So go look at it. No, matter of fact, hold on.
Why are you singing like this?
Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on.
It's always something. It's always something. What I tell you.
You can listen to him.
It's always something.
2023. This was a few days after Ernesto was charged with the allegations concerning the R word. This first call is between Ernesto.
Yeah. So, he said about retaining, so he said, give you fine. You know, I ain't got to know myself in there. But my both guys just know that, we forget that we can get that bad case of tissue.
I don't want to hear no more of that. I don't want to hear.
I hate when they rhyme and it's just a lot going.
You don't want to hear what?
I don't want to hear nothing about no bloggers.
It ain't a blogger. It's not a blogger. It's not a blogger. It's just a conversation that came out of your mouth.
Okay, what the conversation was? I don't even believe I had no conversation really too much with him.
Okay, so in this conversation, you said.
How you know it's me? How you know it's me? Because
oh my God!
Hold on. Let me tell you something.
How do I know it's you? It's
Hold on. Let me
talk.
fucking talk. Let me fucking talk now, because I don't like to
talk.
Y'all hear that? Look how he talking to her, but he told Dion, okay. He said, hold on. When she tried to interrupt him, when he tried to interrupt her, it was a whole different situation than with the Dion. I just want to prove, that's exhibit A. I just want to prove my evidence of the difference when somebody actually gives a dang about you and when they don't. This is to help you, Sonia. I ain't trying to drag you. I just want you to be better and do better.
Don't cuss.
And I don't like to talk too much because, see, people not listening. You don't understand what's going on. There's a lot of AI going on out here. And it's the second conversation I had in the past 6 months.
No.
You're not listening.
It ain't. Okay, listen. Don't hold your tongue right there. Don't even start with the AI crap with me, because first of all, I'm on the first half of the call, and it's not an AI situation.
Is a problem? Is a call? Is it a problem? Is it something I said wrong? Did I say something wrong?
Look at this
aggression, and it came out of your mouth, and it's not AI.
Y'all hear this aggression? Did I say something wrong? With Dion, it was like, what do you mean, huh? What's going on? All right, I need to hear the truth today. I need to hear the realness.
Okay, I don't know what it is. I don't even really want to hear at this point right now.
No, you just want to hear it because you said it out your mouth.
I don't really
okay, then you know what? You don't want to hear it. That's fine.
No, I don't.
Because
I'm on a recorded line. Ain't nobody give a fuck about me anyway. Any little dirt they can get on me, that's what they want.
You hear that? He immediately went to the whole manipulation where it's like, don't nobody give a F about me anyway. What that got to do with this conversation? He's used this line before. I bet you if I call Shirley, she would tell me whenever she tried to check this dude about anything, he all of a sudden talked about how he was victimized, how people keep using his past against him, how something probably didn't happen in his childhood. He probably got little tears. He can push out his eyeballs, all of that good thing. See, this is what you do. This is for those of you that are young that's watching me, because I've dealt with dudes like this. And if you are a giving person, a loving person, a people person, you don't want to see them hurt. And that's what they play on, your emotions and your love for people. So what you do when they say, don't nobody give a F about you, you be like, you know what? All this work I've done for you and this is how you feel. You go ahead and feel like that. I'll talk to you later. Click. That be the end of the conversation. You don't entertain it. You don't try to in no way, form, or fashion. So you let them know that type of BS you're not even about to be dealing with. You got dudes that'll be saying they're going to commit suicide. Oh, I all of that. No, don't do it. No. You be like, listen, I can give you the 1-800 suicide hotline number. You want me to call them right now on 3-way? All right, you have a good day. I still don't want to be with you. That's that. Unless they cuckoo. Like sometimes it's cuckoo people that you gotta exit and be careful how you exit. But when you deal with some of these type of people or whatnot, sometimes you just gotta let them know I ain't playing them type of games. But again, this is not a all generalizing, because there are dudes that are cuckoo and you say you're gonna leave them and they be trying to take you up out of here. So be very strategic, because there are abusive men that are out here and you gotta be very strategic with how you leave. But this type of foolishness, like I went through that in my 20s. You too old for this.
Oh, and you giving it support?
Listen.
It's something you said I said?
Yes, it's something you said.
Okay, did I say something about you?
Yes.
Well, let me fucking go read it. I'll call you back. Let me go read it. I got to get out of character for nothing.
Thank you for using Global Tel.
He said, well, let me go effing read it. I done came up here and got on this phone for nothing. Click. Thank you, Deborah, for the cash app. Click. Like what? And thank you, Latanya, for the cash app. I appreciate it. I see you. I appreciate the love over here on this morning. But that's what I'm talking about right there. That is my exhibit A on how this whole situation was different. And because of how he treated her, being confronted by something she didn't like, This is his angry response. But when it comes to his son, it's like a whole different situation. It's a whole different dude.
You in that motherfucking crying. Stop out that motherfucking crying. For real, I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna straight up tell you, these folks telling you crying. Stop fucking crying, man. Straight up, you know what the fuck going, and you know how folks coming behind you. So all that other shit, this little shit that's going on, folks scared of that shit. That shit fucking with people's personal lives. You might look at it like,
listen here, if Nesto hung up on me, it'll be bad for anybody that I know that calls me from jail, because I will block the jail number. Okay, you hang up on me, I'm blocking Global Tail Link. So better not nobody go to jail. You better have my second phone, or you better call my office. And that's how I know you really close to me, that you got them numbers. But baby, you hang up on me, I am blocking. So now I know you or anybody else ain't about to call me. They ain't calling me on your behalf or none of that. None of it. You gonna know when they call and say, this line does not accept these type of collect calls. That's what it's gonna say when you call me.
man, that shit, certain shit that's being said on these calls is getting called out. Shit that ain't even supposed to be said. Just real shit. They don't know if I'm telling the truth or lying when I be on the motherfucking call. So shit, they can keep on taking mine. I don't care. But you got to understand, there's some people that shit will get chewed up and spit out because of what you saying or allowing that big ass head hoe bitch saying. I don't give a fuck if they release the call the same way I'm saying.
Did he call her a big head? I didn't hear that. I didn't even hear that part. Wait a minute. He said because of what this big head. And he talking about your head, Sonia. Dang. This is just bad. Girl, we can call it the truth. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got no ill will or feelings against you at all. But you have got to wake up. Like on Hello, McFly on the Back to the Future movie. Like, I'm going to need you to wake up.
Call. So shit, they can keep on taking mine. I don't care. But you got to understand, there's some people that shit will get chewed up and spit out because of what you saying or allowing that big ass head hoe bitch saying. I don't give a fuck if they release the call the same way I'm saying it. Because I don't like that.
And he said he don't care if they release the call the same way he's saying it. So he gave permission to let everyone know that he called Sonia a big head garden tool. B word. He said he don't care if it's released, just like how he's saying it. And that's how Shay released it. So you got what you asked for. See, she's a respecter of your wishes.
Shit, man, these folks don't know you. They going out what the fuck this nobody is doing or saying and what you saying. Come on, man. All this shit that I'm sitting there hearing now, I wasn't listening to none of it. Man, when I do be sitting around, I got a 2-hour ride and the shit pop up on my phone. I may click on it. I clicked on that shit today. That's how I know what's going on. Man, them folks, that's going to be the end of your ass. Keep on playing with them folks. You're going to let them folks play with your brain. They're going to fuck you, and you're going to be done for real. Because the people that's really with you, they ain't smelling the shit you doing. I'm telling you straight up. They ain't smelling that shit. Because they know.
So what he telling you, Nesto, is that them folks out here that still talk to you, they've been talking about you behind your back. And they had a meeting and you weren't a part of it, right? Because you in jail, so you couldn't show up and they couldn't do it on 3-way. And they basically said you out here and you filed. And they don't like the way you moving. And they don't know who you are. And you letting this chick basically ruin all your relationships with people. It's been outside conversations about you. And he said your fault don't like the way you moving.
No, that's not you. I know that's not you. And that's all wrong. Unless you just been trying to build me up to be a better person. Because that shit you doing, I don't stand for that. I'm going to be real with you. I don't like it. Tighten up, bro.
Tighten up.
They say I don't talk to you like you my daddy. That's what they say. They don't know what though. So who the hell do I look like? Please my case. You get what I'm saying? I'm not pleading the case to these people. Long as me and you got an understanding, long as me and my mama got an understanding on what's going on, long as I'm not disrespecting either one of y'all, that's all that matters to me. So stop pleading your fucking case to these other folks, man. Cause that shit ain't doing nothing but digging and digging and digging and digging.
So he letting him know, listen, they talking about me out here too. They done looked me up. They said we talking like we homeboys. And I'm like, I know our relationship. I ain't got to prove it to the public. And that's a good point. You're going to always have people out here. And that's something I had to learn. When I came on YouTube, all I wanted to do was go over the documents and to go over cases. And I love going over cases. I didn't know that people were going to see, oh, she looked like she's an up and coming YouTuber. Let me at her and put her name and her pictures in my thumbnail. Let me lie on her. Let me get mad if I DM her and she decides that she don't want to be on my platform. I'm going to drag her. Let me talk about stuff that I don't even know this lady. And I'm going to say things about her, her profession, her career, and her ethics. I had no clue it was going to be like that. But as you guys see, I didn't know that I was going to be on the phone call and I was going to be called a clown. Or somebody was going to say I was acting reckless just because I'm going over the documents. I didn't know any of this stuff. But I don't come online trying to defend myself to individuals. If you know me, you know me. If you follow me, you subscribe to me, you know who I am by this point. I have never put on a persona for YouTube. So if you know me, you know me. So therefore, I am not about to sit out here windmilling because it's going to be some people that don't like me, period. Some people don't like my presentation. Some people don't like that I joke, and that's my personality. Some people feel like I'm not professional. I've seen that in the comments. Baby, when I'm a lawyer up in that courtroom, my record speaks for itself. So why am I going to windmill when literally I could bring a client on every single day and I can tell you, they can tell you what I've done for them or how their life is better because what I've done for them. They can also tell you the ones that I helped get out of prison or the ones that I helped sue police officers who have done them wrong. They had an innocence conference and my name came up because of a case that I've done that everybody's looking at to see what the outcome is. So why do I got to sit up here to some people that won't even say their real names on YouTube and go defend myself? And I'm feeling Dion on that. But Sonia, she'll say, I don't know these people, but yet you feel like you need to come out here and windmill and worry about what people are saying about you. And the same thing with him. We're not your jury, but these phone calls can be used against you by the jury. Well, the jury's gonna hear it. Why do that to yourself? Dion was absolutely right. He was absolutely right with what he said. Thank you. Listen, that part, that's right, Cupcake. Really be said, child. That's what I say too, Pam. Listen, you're never gonna please everybody, especially on YouTube. And there are literally people who come up on talking about you because you are likable or you have a personality. I don't even have a plethora of freaking subscribers, but I'm still in the mouth of some of those that have huge platforms. I watch other people with legal platforms wait to see what I'm gonna talk about, and then they talk about it after me. And because they got more subscribers, that's what they utilize as their content. Or I tip them off to something that's in the court system and they look it up. I see all of that. But I'm not about to be going to war. Like, it ain't that deep. What's for me is for me. Who are my people who know me are my people. And that's that. And I'm not for everybody, and I don't try to be. Tell them, Dion.
And no, like that, I'm saying one more time, I don't give a fuck what you going through. Don't ever say I ain't got your fucking back. I ain't gonna chew you out for all that shit you said. I don't care. I don't care about all that shit. But don't ever say I ain't got your back, dog. And that shit there, that will make me not fuck with you. I'm gonna be honest with you.
You hear that? Dion said even he got a limit, and you my daddy. You can say whatever everybody has something that they'll say. You can say whatever, but there's one thing that you say or do and you can't come back from. And he's telling him, this is what you ain't gonna come back from, because we don't know what Dion has spent. We don't know what Dion has done behind the scenes. Like he said, he found the video and all of that stuff. We really don't know what all Dion has done. So he's saying that's my breaking point. When you say I ain't got your back and I ain't doing nothing, I won't F with you. And he said that about his own daddy. So that really is something that he ain't playing with, and he was not feeling. That was being said.
Because that shit there, if don't nothing that bother me, that will bother me, and you know why. Ain't nothing to talk about. You know why that shit will bother me. If I ain't never not had your back. I'll tell you when you're wrong. You know what I'm saying? I'll tell you when you're right. And that's what you taught me to be. You taught me to look at both sides of shit. Come on now. So you ain't looking at both sides of shit on how I'm feeling, on what them folks done did and what you done did, that'll just be insane. I don't care about these people putting my mug shot out there or saying I'm a convicted felon because they don't know. I'm not a fucking convicted felon. They don't know. They don't know what the fuck. They so busy worried about what I got going on versus they want to bash another person versus having their facts together. They ain't even got their facts together on you, so stop giving them reason to keep fucking with you. This story ain't even about you and the missus no more. The story about you and the South. That's what they calling it. You making these folks keep digging on your ass versus somebody having your back. Manipulate the game if you want to do that. But it ain't working in your favor.
I ain't playing no game. Shit, I ain't playing no more. I ain't got time to play no game, bro. Yeah, I know I ain't into that game shit. I ain't got time to play no game, bro. I'm trying to get my ass out of here. I'm an innocent motherfucking man. If nobody can't fucking see that, to me, that part is really fucking with me.
He said, I'm an innocent MFing man. If nobody can't see that, that part is effing with him. First of all, how is anybody going to see anything? The whole defense, and this is where I'm going to help them out at if they come on over here. The whole defense of it was the police department that set me up, that is old. It's old. And this is why everybody was on Madam DA's neck when it came to her using race as a reasoning for them doing what they did to her, trying to disqualify her. Race was not an issue in that case. Trump was the issue in that case. If you was black, white, he is an equal opportunist, baby. If he can go to the jugular for anybody, everybody can get it. It don't have anything to do with it. We all are familiar. I don't think I've heard of one police department that has been squeaky clean. Not one. I bet you if anybody went to every state, every city, and every county, which would take forever to do, and asked for complaints against the department, there will be several. I bet if anybody went on Pacer and just chose a city, say, again, like City of Detroit, and you put City of Detroit up in there for the state of Michigan in the Eastern District, it's going to be a whole lot of them that come up. You can probably go to California, New York, Arizona, wherever, it's going to come up. So that is not a new phenomenon that occurs. Now, we cannot use that as every time something happens to me as a black person, it is because the police department is corrupt. You literally have to prove that, i.e., they fabricated evidence. Y'all ain't proved that, i.e., they lied on an affidavit for the warrant. Y'all ain't proved that, i.e., then you look for people. Oh, Roswell has been known for this. They had this happen before. Okay, so you're trying to allege that everybody that went to Roswell, because if that's the general allegation you're making as it pertains to your case with no evidence of that, then that means every case in there has the exact same argument, which means that police station wouldn't be there if that was really a legitimate argument. There are ways to attack certain things if they are done wrong. Do they always do things constitutional? Absolutely not, because I wouldn't have half the cases I have if they did. So we know they do wrongful arrest. They do wrongful incarcerations. They do excessive force. They do deprivations of your rights. They do Fourth Amendment violations. I've sued on all of them before. However, that is something, there are always a bad apple or two, probably in every department at some point. But to make that your general allegation and that's all that you have, or to say everybody's lying on you, a person who has a history of theft and dishonesty wants us to just forfeit every allegation against you and call them liars. And now all of a sudden, you've been baptized in the name of Jesus or the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost, depending on what denomination that you are. And now you just don't lie no more. So everybody is lying on you. That is not evidence of your innocence, saying that people should believe that you're innocent. Now, again, like I said, you are innocent until proven guilty. I'm not going to take that away from you. We are not supposed to have your defense when or if they indict you, because it has to go before a grand jury. The grand jury may say, y'all ain't got nothing. Y'all ain't got a dang on thing. And we are not going to indict. It is up to the grand jury. And we'll know that soon if they go before the grand jury in April, as they profess that they're going to do over there in Fulton County. At that point, when you are indicted, you are entitled to discovery. From that point on, well, really, they don't even got to give you discovery till 10 days before trial. But I'm assuming he's going to try to do a speedy trial or something once he get indicted, because he's been in there so long. So assuming you're going to do a speedy trial request and you're going to get your evidence then when you go to trial, then we'll see what your side is. And we may say, that chick was lying. We may say, based on this, he was here instead of there. This text message shows something different. Maybe this and that. But right now, we don't have any evidence for you to just say, I don't know why people don't see that I'm just innocent. The only thing we have is you're innocent until proven guilty. That's what we have. That's all that we have out here right now, because that is the presumption. But if you want to look at from document standpoint, if you want to look at it from a document standpoint, then that's something totally different. We don't have information that we just out here like, man, it looks like it's going to be a tough one for Fulton County. We don't really have that right now. And we're not supposed to. So I'm not saying that we're supposed to. That's all I'm saying. You said ain't no innocent. It is innocent until proven guilty. You know, it is. As he sits right now, he is innocent. Now, if he's saying that from that standpoint, I don't see why people don't see I'm an innocent man. If he say I'm innocent until proven guilty, then we have to roll with that, because it's the truth. But the way I'm interpreting what he's saying is that we, the public, have gotten information where, based on what the information we have, we should all make an assumption that he's not guilty. I don't understand what documents or what evidence he's referring to. That's what I'm saying. And generally just saying the police department is crooked, ain't it? Generally just saying everybody lying, believe me, who, like I said, has a history of lying, that ain't it. That's not going to sway any. Go in there. This is what I want him to do. Since he believes we got enough evidence, when trial comes, don't present nothing. Just let the prosecutor present what they have, because it's not your burden. You just sit there then. Since you think they ain't got nothing, then just sit there. And I want you not to even defend yourself. I bet you he ain't going to do that. I bet you he going to try to come with some evidence we ain't seen yet. He going to have to, because he know based on the information we have, we only have one side. But anyway, let's go.
Man, but it ain't even about the innocence no more, man. It's about I'm telling you, bro. It's about the shit that's being said on the calls. It's like, even with you, say you ask a question, you ask that shit 8 times. It's like, you know what I'm saying? They trying to figure you out now, because the shit that how you acting, how you talking, how you carrying yourself, you know what I'm saying? If your temper getting shorter or not. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody can hear. Even if you go to if you have a jury, the jury done already heard this shit too. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. The person that they're hearing ain't the person that you are. Stop your shit. That's all I'm telling you, because it's not helping you. You got a bun, man. You got bun.
So this whole, I don't know about her emailing the judge, but no, that is absolutely improper. She emailed the judge, I'm pretty sure they would have filed it, or unless they got rid of it and just never opened it at all. But for the most part, if you get anything ex parte, you file it, because it should be public record, because it shouldn't be no communication. Now, as far as like some of this stuff she said about Judge Manning, that stuff is not true. I don't believe that by one iota that Judge Manning will risk her career or risk anything for any YouTuber. I just don't believe that. I don't believe there's no just communication and they just homegirls or anything like it was being presented. Or that, they just sitting up here watching some YouTubers' channels, the judges are, so they can be swayed. Like, no, I don't think, because they still have to do motions on the cases. They need to be unbiased as well. So I don't believe that. But hey, who knows? This is all my opinion and speculation.
Buns, yeah, they high, but you got buns.
Yeah.
Straight up, you got them. That's all that matters. Ain't like they saying you got to stay in there. Now they saying that you got to put that box on your leg and get them some money. You already knew they were going to want that anyway.
Yeah.
So your life ain't over with. You just need.
When you talk about the thumbnail, you're talking about she took a selfie with Judge Manning. I think it was outside at the court. You asking someone to just take a picture or something does not, and you do have to avoid the look of impropriety. That's what Madam DA Fani Willis is going through by dating Nathan Wade. But yeah, I think that's what you're referring to. I think she did take a selfie. She's taking selfies with a few people, like the attorney for YSL, and puts it on her thumbnail and all of that stuff. And again, that just means now people have to be careful when they decide, because I wouldn't do it. As a judge, that wouldn't even happen. But she probably didn't know. I think, I believe the way Manning seems like she loves her job and runs her courtroom, I don't think that was something that she probably didn't even know. None of this on YouTube. Didn't know that she was reporting on that stuff. She probably didn't know any of that stuff. But she never went on her platform to do the interview, so she probably learned of it and was like, yeah, no. And again, this is just all speculation from me.
Need some money. Straight up. I'm just going to be real with you. Sorry if I came off a little too aggressive. I feel like I ain't even aggressive enough, to be honest with you, because you playing.
I'm used to it, bro. Go ahead.
You hear that? He said, I'm sorry I came off aggressive, but I think I'm not aggressive enough because you playing games, basically. And he said, I'm used to it. So Dion know he can straight no chaser with Tom. And this how you responding, like you just listening and sponging it up. Even though he might be pissed. He might have got off that doggone phone and went in there and started cussing in the air. But he wasn't going to say it to Dion.
Speak your piece.
Nah, I ain't chewing you out. I ain't tripping. When I chew you out, it's going to be face-to-face, big dog. I'm going to be real with you.
I can respect that. Dion said, no, I'm not telling you everything. I'm going to tell you face-to-face. And that's what I said. I've had people, different people on YouTube say what they have to say about me, but there haven't been any big cases that I have not pulled up on and seen people. And nobody has said one word to me. And I ain't saying I'm the toughest person on the planet, but I'm just saying there's nothing I can't say online that I can't say in your face because I know it ain't personal like that. Some people take it personal because all of the documents or whatever I go over ain't always favorable to them. So because of that, they automatically take it personal. It's like, dude, I'm just reading what's on the paper. How you guys getting mad at me? But then everybody has had the opportunity to be like, listen, Wanks, we don't like what you said, and it ain't what's up. That's what we do in Detroit. That's why I said I don't even know what side she was living on, because it's like, just like the lawyer. The lawyer said he wanted her to come to the office. No, he could just call me and he could, we can do it over the phone or he can text me. Why you don't want to see him face to face? Why you don't want to see him face to face? If you going all off on him, telling him not to talk to his wife about the case and going in on him, you need to keep it professional. You making it too personal and all of that stuff that you felt like you had the gall, the unmitigated galls to even say to his attorney. Why not meet him in person? I thought that said a lot. And like I said, it ain't like being the baddest, but it's nothing I can't say on this thing about any of these cases that I can't say to your face. If you had an issue and been like, listen, I don't like the way you said A, B, C, D, and E to me. Okay. What's the problem? If I got something wrong, I'll correct what's wrong. If you tell me, oh, but there was a follow-up document and I ended up winning or something, then give me the document because I try to be fair about it. But I feel like if you go on people's comments and you want to act all super tough and raw, but then when you have the opportunity to say how you really feel about somebody, you don't do it. It's like it says a lot. That's why I don't respond and I don't do the back and forth banter. Because a lot of these people, it's just because it's behind the keyboard. So I'm gonna have to give Dion his Dion is doing his thing on this call. I like Dion. He all right. Now I don't know how, what part of his life that he came into, because it sounds like maybe he wasn't in his life the whole time, but he do got some, got some man about him.
And I ain't gonna give you a reason to go back to your room and feel some type of way. I'm just giving it to you raw. Train up, man. I'm just straight up. This ain't you. Yeah. It ain't. I understand. Don't nobody want to sit in that motherfucker 28 to 48 hours. I get it.
Yeah, I ain't gonna fuck with for kids and all that shit there and all that shit that fucks with me, bro. That shit fucks with me. So I didn't like that. I didn't like that shit.
But here's the thing, man. You gave them the ammunition to do it. And you don't know that. It's something you may not know that you're doing. You get what I'm saying? So I'm not going to just sit here and just get on you. But when I break it down to you face to face, you're going to understand where I'm coming from with it.
Well, he said there are things that you are doing and you don't know it. So basically, this is how I interpret it, that the way Sonia is out here moving, you don't know how she's really moving. And it's not helping your case, it's hurting your case. But maybe I need to break it down to you for you to know. But I know this call is recorded, so I ain't about to do it to you. And I'm not about to make you look worse than what you already looking on these phone calls. See, this is how you do it. You check them in love.
But I don't care nothing about no folks bothering me. Like you said, you used to it. I'm used to it. It come with the territory. It come with it. You know what I'm saying? So I don't care about that. They ain't big. They ain't bothering nobody else. They ain't bothering people that do stupid shit. So it's cool. It's cool. They should have put some better looking pictures of me, because I'm fine as a motherfucker. Let these
oh my God.
They put the ugly shit up of a player, of a P. Got me looking like a peon. It's cool. That's what I'm saying. I don't care, because I'm secure with myself. You know who you are. You know your character, man. Stop that, man. Listen, man. Stop your shit. There's some people that ain't never seen you like this. Ain't never seen you like this. You ain't never seen yourself like this. Chill it on out, man. Straight up. Just chill it on out.
Okay.
Go back to the drawing board. There's plenty of things to do. You've been going a minute. There's plenty of things to get money out here now. There's a whole lot of brick and mortars out here. You know what I'm saying? So it's cool. Like, you can't be saying that it's over with. Like, there's so many people out here, man. Like, it don't matter how somebody can take something and run with it and look at you a certain type of way. People gonna believe what they want to believe anyway. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna believe that if somebody go put a blog up and say you a billionaire, they're gonna, oh, he's a billionaire. Or they say you homeless and you up under the bridge. Oh, he's homeless under the bridge. The whole time you know what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? It don't really matter. It don't matter. You know what I'm saying? Because most of these people that be talking about people or sitting there looking at it don't have nothing to do all day. Because what I care about what the next person's life got going on. So you need to stop caring about that stuff, man. Really, people need to stop telling you. And you just need to stop talking about certain stuff. You need to talk about other stuff that you capable of talking about. You forget when you were jammed up, how you were sending me different pictures that people drawing and all that, man. You had other stuff going on. I get it, you in the county, but I'm just saying, you know how to make the time do the time versus that shit whooping you. You got that motherfucker whooping you right now because you so worried about the shit you didn't do. That's, you know what I'm saying? You know, shit. I'm just saying, but you can talk though, you know what I'm saying? You didn't call for me to talk your ear off.
I did.
Yeah, man, you need to listen to some jazz sometime when you call these folks, whoever you call, don't even talk, just listen to some music, get your mind off some other.
Listen, it's called self-esteem, JMM55. It's called self-esteem. If Dion doesn't say that he's fine, then he lacks self-esteem, right? It doesn't matter what we think or what you think. It's called self-esteem. She said, Dion said he's fine. Boy, go on with that. You ain't ugly, but you ain't Morris Chestnut. Well, he think he Morris Chestnut fine. So because of that, he has satisfied the definition of self-esteem. That's all I'm saying. Everybody in this situation ain't got self-esteem. So shout out to you, Dion, for your self-esteem.
Shit. Put your mind like you free, man. It's relaxed time. You ain't got no overhead right now. You ain't never been able to sit that still in a long time, man. Straight up. You know, that ain't the way you want to sit down. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, at the end of the day, that's what it is. I just drove to Dallas. You know the only reason I know about Dallas?
I don't know.
Because that's what Keisha used to work at the Walmart at, and then when I gave her my car at.
Yeah.
When I gave her that BMW to have.
Yeah, I remember
18,
that. Yeah.
But who told me to give it to her?
Yeah, you're right.
Wake up, man.
Yeah. This is true.
Are you perfect? Fuck no.
No, I ain't nobody perfect, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
And this is what he needs to know. It's like, be told what you're at, not online or not on the phone. He needs to be straight up told what they have against you right now that we know of. Because they don't have everything that they have against them. You give me leads, because this is our case when I'm your defense attorney. You give me the leads to where I can find whatever it is. And me as the attorney or the investigator or whatever, I said it in the beginning, not the public defender investigator. I said, well, you need to hire a PI. She ain't told him this. Hire a PI and a forensic person if there's something that has to do with computers. If the actual computer is on evidence, you can try to see if you can inspect. I don't know what their rules are because they don't have to give you actual discovery, but I don't see why they don't have it on evidence, why you shouldn't be able to go look and inspect and see what's going on. You could have been seeing what was going on if that was allowed, to inspect and see if what you're purporting in this affidavit is what it is. And then whenever you're allegedly, you know, whether you get indicted or not, again, it has to go before a grand jury. They may not have no evidence, or they may have a ton of evidence. We don't know at this point. You go, that's how you work behind the scenes. You go knock on doors. You spend your resources in that manner. Not paying $35,000 to a lawyer and you ain't even indicted yet. That means you ain't been to no hearings but your first appearance, your bond hearings, and your pre-indictment preliminary examinations. That's all you've been to. But you blown through dang near $40,000. That was not an efficient use of the funds for the situation that you are in. Some of that money could have been put up so that if you got bond, and then if you get a bail bondsman, you only have to pay a percentage. But, you know, everybody was just making it seem like, when I say everybody, generally, like how they say them folks, that ain't nothing but Sonia. Made it seem like my whole purpose was just to spew out stuff and say things that was negative and I'm messy and all of that. No, if you listened, you could have seen how to actually be effective and efficient as a person that is trying to help someone in legal trouble. But no, we gonna laugh about it. I know the names. I found the names on Instagram or Facebook. They got a blue check. So because they got a blue check, they want to be public. No, that's not what that means. That just means you're verified. It's the logic of it all. I ain't trying to contact nobody. Okay, you don't have to directly interview witnesses. You don't have to directly converse with witnesses. You don't have to do any of that. There are things that are called indirectly that a witness can be intimidated by. If I were a victim and I look online and I see somebody looking for my relatives, I'm gonna be like, and I'm gonna call the prosecutor because that's how it's making me feel. We cannot not be in the legal field, but think that everything in the law is black and white. If everything in the law was black and white, you wouldn't need lawyers, because we create gray areas and we create freaking case law. Why? Because we argue an interpretation one way and the other side and argue it a whole nother way. So stop thinking that just because it says in black and white, you got to do this and do this and do this and do that, that it's not any case law that somebody has argued that what you are doing specifically. And I ain't saying whether you are or not. I'm just saying the arguments that we're going forth of why. How about you just leave it alone? Let the an investigator can talk to witnesses if they want to, because they're doing it as a part of their job. But as an advocate, where I'm really just one-sided, for real one-sided, and not really trying to get to the truth, no, you're not supposed to do that as a person that is clearly in favor of one person. That's not nothing that you're supposed to do. That's not how you do it. And you definitely don't do that if you say you're a journalist, because a journalist is going to try to get all sides as well.
But you don't try, you don't do the little thing. Can you have done better aspects? Yes. Yes. But have you tried to force it on people too? No. You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
It's just about what everybody else wanted to try to do. Truth be told, you know what I'm saying? You didn't make me stay around you. I stayed around you so I could become a better man. I couldn't get there hanging around women all the time as a youngster. When you came in, because everybody want to know. You know what I'm saying? They think that you don't have it since I jumped out the Popeye.
You hear that? He basically said he ain't had him since he was born. He was just around a bunch of women and wanted to be around that masculine energy. And he gives Ernest his props of what he has taught him. He taught him to do yard work and to work with his hands. And that is probably one of the reasons why Shirley liked him like that. You get a man, because a lot of these men, they ain't trying to do no real work. They don't even barely want to take the garbage out. So maybe she was just happy she ain't have to do it no more. She ain't got to cut no grass. She ain't got to put gas in her car. Because you got some men that don't want you to touch a gas handle. They don't want you to touch a mop. They don't want you to touch garbage. And it sounds like he actually taught him some things to be, usefulness in life.
You know what I'm saying? How you came in, they don't know all that. They just think they just put a story together. So what I'm trying to tell you, man, whether it's good or bad, what you're going through, it's still a storyline. And they trying to put your story together versus you could be putting your own story together. You got time to do it. I'm just giving you just different examples. Like, I know how to work in the yard because you made me do it. You know how many kids don't know how to crank a lawnmower?
This is true.
And he ain't lying.
I know how to promote my business.
And he not lying. And I know we don't care for Ernest, but if he did teach him that, I give him his little kudos for that, because we know that a lot of these kids, it used to be here, like when I was younger, when it snowed and the kids stayed home, you was knocking door to door. You was going to have about 5 kids knock on your door and ask to shovel your snow. Now we dang near go around looking. We got to hire companies to cut our grass. We got to hire, when we used to like to hire kids, but kids aren't doing that anymore. We got to hire straight up companies. Adults have made careers out of it and made businesses because little kids aren't doing it anymore. They don't know how to crank up a lawnmower. They ain't got the energy or whatever to use a snow blower to even shovel. Most of them inside playing video games. So I have to give them that. But also Dion ain't no little young, like he ain't this type of generation. He a little bit older, so.
It's because you made me promote your business. You showed me how to do stuff before I knew what I was really actually learning. Before I knew why you were showing me. Some of the stuff you don't even know why you were showing me. Some of the stuff you do know why you were showing me. Moral of the story is, stop playing with yourself.
Call Me Darling said, my ex was like that and he was the biggest manipulator. This whole mess is such a reminder. I just wasn't going for the BS. My ex was beyond handy. He could fix and do everything. Yep. That's probably what she liked, because people are looking like, what did she see in him? And it's like, I could tell when she was saying, I got to do what? Where do I go get the registration at? How do I do that? I said, oh, she got somebody that's doing those things that she didn't have to do. And it probably would have been better for her to just hire her a personal assistant, because they would have did all that stuff for her. It would have been a less of a headache. It would have been a little bit more peaceful.
And the stuff that you made me do and showed me how to do, you know I ain't soft. So don't let nobody stick their mouth and say that shit again. But I don't know nobody walking up and down the street in 100-degree weather or catching no bus in the middle of nowhere and finding your ass.
Okay. So he's referring to when Sonia called him soft. That's what I'm saying. Sonia don't even know these people. And you're like talking about them like you know who they are and how they are. And that's why I said it was out of line and he didn't check her. Like, now he did check him when she called him an idiot. When she called Dre an idiot, he did say, no, he ain't no idiot when she did that. But when it came to Dion, he got every right to be pissed off because he didn't defend him and say, no, my son ain't soft. No. You can talk about, I don't know what's going on now, but that ain't his character. That's not how he is. I ain't raised him like that. So he got every right to be pissed off.
Yeah. You remember that Terra Boulevard?
I remember all that. Yes, sir. I do remember. I remember. You got a more fresh memory than me, but I'm catching up.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. Yeah, I appreciate it.
You showed me how to survive. I'm gonna give you that. Can't nobody take that from you. You showed a lot of people how to survive.
Yeah, this
showed them how to eat. What'd you say?
No, go ahead. I'm listening. I'm just gonna shut my mouth and listen.
So,
what?
So all I'm basically saying, and I'm
listen, Dion is in charge, okay? Dion said he made Nesto say, I'm gonna just shut my mouth and listen. When Dion started trying to say something, he stopped talking. This is what we have to do in front of the judge. We can be doing our argument, but if the judge says, ask a question with counselor, what about this statute and what it says? What's your on that? You could be talking about something totally different. You got to stop whatever you're talking about. Hopefully remember your thought and answer the judge right there. And that's exactly how he's treating Dion with that level of authority and respect right now. So I hope Sonya watching. I hope she's watching the difference.
All I'm basically saying is, man, don't let a bad time take away from your good time. Now, can you do one huge bad thing to take away from everything? Yeah, somebody can do it. It goes on all the time. A good person can take a life by mistake. Just for being at the wrong place, wrong time. It could be a bad accident. It could be a slip and fall. And that one bad mistake can have a group of humans looking at you like you're terrible. But you got to know who you are. So saying what you be saying is insane. That means that you feeling how they feeling about you. You get what I'm saying?
No, I understand.
I'm just trying to make sure I'm delivering it the right way. Where you,
I
get it.
I get it. Trust me, I get it. It's just so many damn angles.
You hear this? You hear how he? Let me remind y'all for those that's just coming in. This is him talking to Dion, but this is him talking to what's that girl name? Sonia, that lady name. She always calling people girl.
Did you get my message?
What message?
Go read the message I sent you.
Okay, is it good? Because I don't need to hear nothing else raggedy.
No, it's very bad. So go look at it, and then.
It's very bad. What is so bad about it? What is so bad? What is so bad?
It's very bad.
Okay.
So go look at it. No, matter of fact, hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on.
Somebody said that Ernest gave Sonia his social security number. Child, don't nobody want his social security number. I don't think he worried about that.
Always something. It's always something. What I tell you, it's always something. It is always not.
July 11th, 2023. This was a few days after Ernesto was charged with the allegations concerning the R word. This first call is between Ernesto.
Yeah. So, yeah, he said if I return it, so he said he you fine. You know, I got to know myself in there. My phone got to just know that we can get that bad case of tissue. I don't want to hear no more of that. I don't want to hear. He hates when they rhyme and it's just a lot going.
You don't want to hear what?
I don't want to hear nothing about no bloggers.
It ain't a blogger. It's not a blogger. It's not a blogger. It's just a conversation that came out of your mouth.
Okay, what the conversation was? I don't even believe I had no conversation really too much with him.
Okay, so in this conversation, you said.
How you know it's me? How you know it's me? Because
oh my God!
Hold on. Let me tell you something.
How do I know it's you? It's
Hold
a
on. Let me
talk.
fucking talk. Let me fucking talk.
You hear that?
Don't cuss. Don't cuss.
And I don't like to talk too much because see, people not listening. You don't understand what's going on. There's a lot of AI going on out here. And it's the second conversation I had in the past 6 months.
No.
You're not listening.
It ain't. Okay, listen. Don't.
The way I would have laughed when he said that, I wouldn't even been mad no more. I wouldn't even if he would have said it was AI. The way I would have hollered laughing, it wouldn't even I wouldn't even been mad anymore. I'd have been like, you know what, you right. I ain't even mad no more. I'd have laughed so hard, and that's the new thing apparently. Because when I was at that trial with Whitehead, that same thing came up. Where he was making it, his attorneys was cross-examining recordings with him with his voice in it, and they were saying, cross-examining like the different people that were authenticating his voice and doing a foundation for it, and they were saying, you don't know if it's AI, you don't know if there's been any editing, you don't know. That was part of the questioning. And then when Whitehead got on the stand, they asked him, did he know if that was Belmonte's voice, which was one of the guys that, one of the alleged victims or whatever. And well, the jury convicted him as a whatever. So I guess he is a victim. And the warrant, not the warrant, the indictment. And he was like, I don't know. It could be AI. I was like, oh, so that's the new thing. So that's why hearing him say this, I'm like, oh, so this is the new thing that everything is AI.
Hold your tongue right there. Don't even start with the AI crap with me because first of all, I'm on the first half of the call, and it's not an AI.
Is it a problem? Is it a call? Is it a problem? Is it something I said wrong? Did I say something wrong?
Yes, so it's exactly, and it came out of your mouth, and it's not an AI.
Okay, I don't know what it is. I don't even really want to hear at this point right
now. No, you just want to hear it because you said it out your mouth.
I don't really
okay, then you know what? You don't want to hear it. That's fine.
No, because I'm on a recorded line. Ain't nobody give a fuck about me anyway. Any little dirt they can get on me, that's what they want. Now you giving them support?
Listen.
It's something you said I said?
Yes, it's something you said.
Okay, did I say something about you? So
yes.
Well, let me fucking go read it. I'll call you back. Let me go read it. I got to get out of character for nothing.
Don't get out of character.
Thank you for using.
I wish you would hang up on me and you in jail. The nerve of you. She should have been mad than a mug. You really just hung up on me. I can't. But let's go ahead and listen to the more cordial conversation where he's being checked.
Worrying about the cases, man, because I know I ain't do none of that shit. So on that part, I'm not even concerned about. I'm not worried about that. It's just that the procedure. Like yesterday, I went through that shit. Just the line and the scheming and the conniving. They supposed to be prominent people. All that shit. That's what just be. That part get to me right now. That's what's getting to me.
Man, I'm gonna tell you some real shit. They lied on Jesus. They talked about Jesus. So it's like, man, at the end of the day, man, Dion did the time, still doing it. Fuck on talk regardless. They were talking before you were jammed up. They gonna do that. Yeah, they talk about the city of Atlanta every day.
Damn.
Just it is what it is. But you gotta know what you doing and what your next move gonna be. So if you popped out tomorrow, what the hell you gonna do? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get it.
So you got stipulations and everything that's coming with you.
Yeah.
And I don't know why they keep trying to ask you to surrender something you don't have. Yeah, they told them 1,000 times they stole that passport out that damn Range Rover.
But see, ain't nobody listening.
That's not a big deal. So he's saying, I don't know why they're asking you, because they'll say surrender your passport when he goes for his bond conditions, and you'll hear that. That is par for the course. That is something that's going to be a part of his conditions. Because what if you go get another passport? This lets you know you cannot have a passport, whether it was lost, stolen, you ain't got one, don't matter. They have asked people to surrender passports that don't have passports. They don't ask you, sir, do you have a passport? And they definitely not going to believe you if you say, oh, it got stolen out of the Range Rover, so I don't have it. Okay, we'll just cross that condition out. No, they're going to put the condition in there anyway. So for him to be like, they not listening, like that's some defense. That's what I'm saying. A lot of his defenses that he puts out here, and this is not to say these are his only defenses, but a lot of his defenses are like so minute, and it has nothing to do with the grand scheme of things. It has nothing to do with the big picture. Who cares about a pass? Nobody listen to me. This is evidence because I said my passport was stolen, but they keep saying I need to surrender my passport. I told y'all they not listening. That's not an argument that's going to help you with anything. That is literally just the normal bond conditions on every bond condition. Everyone. They don't double check to see if you got a passport first. Now, you have to tell them when you go to pretrial services, you don't have a passport, and let them know that because they want to check that box. But that will be a part of your condition regardless.
That's the part that's getting to me right now. That's what getting me feeling like you just got a memory of the Hulk. But it's like nobody ain't, man, I'm supposed to have been gone, man.
You hear that? He think that's like showing some proof of how he getting railroaded because he done told people he don't have a passport and they not listening. But he got a memory of a hawk. You remember all the little things, Dion. You got the memory of a hawk. He may need him to testify. Maybe he gonna be one of his star witnesses.
So I'm supposed to have been gone, but I'm still sitting. That's what just really.
You're gonna have to give him some money to leave regardless. I'm gonna be real with you, LL.
Yeah. Well, I ain't got no money, bro. I don't have no money.
He said he ain't got no money, but he calling all of us broke because we over here doing the daytime or nighttime sometime going over his calls and stuff. He calling us broke. But now you gonna, after you talk about people, see, this is what I'm talking about, the double talking. They just broke, ain't got no money in they bank accounts. They ain't got no furniture. They all poor. They ain't got a man. Just making up all these generalization about people that are talking about and covering this case. But now you on here, man, I'm broke. I ain't got no money. I ain't even got nothing. But then you turn around. See, this is what I'm saying with Sonia. Baby, I would play this clip next time he called me. And you said that I can't afford you. It don't sound like it's going to take much because you broke. So if I give you anything, it's beyond what you got. I'm going to give you a couple of dollars for a honey bun or something. That's more than what you had. I put $100. She always says she put $100 on his books when she goes and visits him. That's $100 more than what you got because you just said you ain't got no money. Zero, zilch, cero, however you want to say it. You ain't got nothing.
I have no money, and my brain set is just fucked up. I'm so used to running shit, I can't run a damn thing. Yeah.
That's another thing you gotta understand too. Can't run everything.
Listen, Shirley might have been on that air mattress, but she was on that air mattress in her apartment with her job, doing her thing. I bet you she ain't on no air mattress no more. Listen, Shirley probably listened to these phone calls. Like I said, she's so doggone unbothered, and she probably happy. This Shirley right now. Air mattress, huh? Mm-hmm. On the air mattress. Look, don't I look? I'm in my Versace cushy robe from Lord and Taylor's right now. Air mattress.
Yeah. Sometimes you got to sit back and listen to the play, and you can execute it better.
Yeah. Well.
You know, just to be real with you, we just the type of people that gotta do it all. But some stuff you don't have to do it yourself, man.
Yeah.
That's what I told you that last call we had, man. You can't be mad, man. You set this shit up the way you set it up. You can't be mad. All the stuff you do it on your own, or you don't talk somebody else how to do it. And they got all your info and whoop, whoop. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand.
So like if I had it, like I told you a long time ago, stop changing it. I can have access to your stuff. But whoever you have around got the access at the time, and then you'll change it again. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, I understand. I get it. I get it, bro.
So when it comes down to certain stuff, can't be mad at certain people about certain things. Like, you know, now you know you gotta train the person to know certain stuff. You gotta train yourself to know certain stuff. Because when it comes down to doing, you know, paperwork and all that type of stuff, you know who the type of person that's gonna do it, and you know the type of people that's not gonna do it. You know the type of person you can go send the files, something, you know, the type of person you can't send the files. You know I'm not the type of person you can go send the files and paperwork. You know what I'm saying? Like, that'd be crazy to look at somebody to do something that they're not even doing for themselves. I'm just using that as an example. You get what I'm saying?
No, I understand. I get it. I understand that part.
These been the new ways I've been finding myself.
Listen to him. He's so understanding and just, I mean, he gets it when he talks to Dion. He just gets it. I know. I understand.
Trying not to be disappointed with stuff. Because I know you want to do it for yourself. I know you ain't going to do it for me. You get what I'm saying?
Right. No, I understand. I definitely understand. Well, I definitely feel better talking to you. Yeah. Because I can't see what you see. Yeah, I can't see what you see.
Look, he feel better being chastised. Look at him. When it's Dion.
Yeah, we just met that day. I said, you was the call. I said, hold on. If he stay out here long enough, I can go ahead and put it on there again. So when you hang up, it'll hang up.
But I don't hang it up. I just let it roll to whatever, and it'll come back and say, don't be accepted. So I just let it ring, bro, to come back and say,
oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't never hang it up. I just let it ring. And if it pick up, it pick up. Yeah, pick up says not your call not accepted. I just keep it moving. I don't let it, I don't just hang up. But I know it take a minute to do whatever needs to be done. So I get that part. Yeah.
Man, I dropped that truck out, man. That truck been in for 4 months.
What?
Yeah.
For what? For the oil change?
Man, that thing, whatever wrong with it, a recall, and there's a leaking of the oil. I was just trying to get it back on 100%, man. That thing's still up, though.
They ain't letting you. They're not gonna let you get it. The shit supposed to be free.
What's supposed to be free?
Whatever the oil.
Okay, so Petty Patty said Dion saying that Nesto knew Shirley didn't know how to talk to the lawyers, so he should have asked him. Dion had to talk to the lawyers before and told Nesto he was wrong. So Dion letting them know, basically having some. Well, we all knew that having Sonia do it was just out of pocket. That mug was out of line. I don't care if she was the DA in a whole nother state. If you are a side chick and somebody's wife is paying for their representation, it's the nerve. Like, the audacity is so high. If you guys were in my membership when I went over membership on the main page, when I went over one of the videos where I was like, it was just so much audacity when she wrote that letter to the attorney on behalf of Nesto. And it was like, why are you communicating with this attorney and you ain't paid a dime and can't afford to? Then you worried about whether she got some of her money back from an attorney. Why are you concerned about that stuff? That has nothing to do with you. But then when Nesto is talking to Dre and them, you guys want to make it seem like she needs to stay in her place, but you put her in a lot of this stuff. So I can see it on both sides. It's no way. You should have been like, I don't want you. You told him I only want him conversing with Sonia, because that attorney would have never talked to Sonia without permission. Sonia was emailing the defense attorney for the public defender's office, all of that. She was the contact. So this is, I guess that's the part that Dion is talking about. Thank you so much for pointing that out, Petty Patty. I appreciate it.
But thing, the oil leak that that silicone seal that they put on the first time that they charged me $13,000 for, that shit's supposed to be fixed. That's their fault. I guess took it down.
Oh, see, I didn't know. Oh, no.
Yeah, that shit supposed to be free. It took it back in, and they couldn't do it because they had so many people in front of me, and then I got locked up. Yeah, that silicone shit to go around the seal, that's where the oil leaks, because it's from the top, it ain't from the bottom. It's on top of the engine. And you pull the records up on it, it'll show that. And it's got...
You know what? I'm not going to dispute that she ever worked in a law firm. There are several. Being a paralegal, I don't see that, but she could have been. You know, some people, some states, they require different things. My paralegals actually can sit at trial and knows what to look for and can type a brief like none other and can do, you know, there are certain people that they have levels to it. You have some paralegals that are actually lawyers, or you have some paralegals that never took the bar, but they went to law school and they got their Juris Doctorate. I don't see that being her. But you also have people in the bigger firms. You got some people, their job is only to file documents. You don't do nothing else legal. You just file stuff. You also have receptionists where all they do is answer phones. You also have people where when you are, we have to file a lot of briefs and you may have to do 2 and 3 copies of them. And they may be 100 pages with exhibits. You have some people where their only job is to copy. They literally stand in the good copy room all day. And they put it together and they bind it together. You have some people where we used to have a runner before a lot of this stuff was electronic. A lot of our smaller courts still, you have to go up to the court and file it. But for the most part, they're electronic. But you have runners. You have people in the law firm that all they do is process serve. There are so many different, you got some secretaries are notaries. There are so many areas that just because you say you work in a law firm and you're around it, so that means you hear it a lot, does not necessarily mean that you are well versed in how to represent someone legally or really know how to interpret and how to analyze. And how, when I went over how we actually go through cases and figure out the issue and we apply the law to the issues and the facts. That doesn't necessarily mean, you know, so there's a plethora of duties and jobs that you can have, if you will. So, I mean, I'm not going to negate that. If she worked in there, then maybe. Some people saying she never put that in her bio. I don't know. But I can say that the information she's told him, it has not been 100% accurate. Has she always been just totally wrong? No. But has she gotten it wrong enough times that I've saw? Absolutely. And it may have just been to try to give him hope. I don't know. You know, she may have just been the one trying to give him hope. Because that was her man. My man, my man, my man. Yeah, it's me. It's me. It's me. That's why I posted it, because a lot of people don't know. Because you guys know plethora is sending you. I used to say plethora, and then I started working for someone who said plethora all the time. So that's why, you know, tomato, you know, we were arguing on the pronunciation of it. And then I just complied because he was my boss at that time. So now I say it now. That's why I say that word in that manner. But yeah, You guys know on the main page, I usually got cases and documents that I go over. This is more so just me actually analyzing the cause, which I don't do too much. I don't do it very often. As you guys see, like Nyla and Bougie, they usually do that. So I try to stay in my lane. And I think that's why we're such a good community because we all know our strengths and we just do our strengths. But every now and then there are calls that pique my interest, and then the Pam Esquire is put aside, and I'm just a social media drawer like everybody else. And I just want to, critique it and go over it as well and give my little opinion. Hi, Bob said, I've heard that pronunciation. Yeah, people say it different. Yeah, Nyla always have you screaming. Happy anniversary, Alice. I must have missed that. You said you pronounced it like Google does. Okay, let's finish this call real quick because I got to get off of here. We've been out here for a minute. I've enjoyed myself, though.
Brand new injections in it. Because I had messed around and you went to sleep for like 2 days and put that other type of gas in there. So all this got brand new injections in it. That's why it's so fast like it is.
Man, I should have just went there just then when you just said that. I don't mess around and went right instead of left. I've been coming from Dallas this whole time. Yeah, so I just call him. I go home and get his car.
Yeah. So that's
How do you tell someone to fix a vehicle but then don't let them know it's going to be free? This is where you can find, or they should have it on file where it was fixed. And I paid all of this money for it. Well, we'll get to that. I didn't understand this portion of the conversation because it's no way in the world that I'm going to have somebody fix something and then I don't tell them it should be paid for already.
that's what that is. So they supposed to fix that for free. And the other thing, what a computer thing, they go and put that little box in there and they can reprogram. It's a reprogram they got to do. But that's free.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, all that shit's free. You ain't got to pay for nothing to come out of that.
Yeah, he had me at an estimate. It started at 600, then it went higher and higher.
No.
And I told him after he do the diagnosis, just call me back. Yeah, I went back up there a month and a half later, like, bro, what's up? And he said, gonna call me Friday, and that was Wednesday. Still ain't heard nothing back from him. I had got a whole car wash spot, and I had that going or whatever, but I was putting that truck on the road for a hot shot. That's why I wanted to be together all the way. And yeah, I ain't been over 4 months.
Damn. Yeah, you gotta make sure that shit's payments and all that shit done caught up. Cause that shit can affect everything.
What?
You gotta make sure the payments on the thing was current and everything, cause they'll put a jump off on that thing like that.
What?
No, this ain't that.
Said make sure. So it's still a car note on this truck. Is that what he's saying? Make sure the payments on this thing because it's a jump off on this thing, and I can put something on this thing. Like, can we literally use our communication skills and speak English? I'm sure if he went to anybody's school, he had to have an English teacher. That English teacher is probably cringing right now. I am friends with my English teacher from high school still on Facebook. She's been retired for a long time. But I'm sure if I wrote something on there, it's a lot of times that she's looking like, what is that, Pam? What is that? Think you missed a period. That looks like a run-on. That's not a great adjective to use. But it's like with him, you have to know nestoese so you know what he's talking about. I can't imagine him talking in court and then you have to have a transcript and then you have to try to assume what he's talking about and what he's referring to and who the things and them folks, because them folks is attached to a lot of people. He uses generalized terms that attach to a lot of things and people. It's very interesting.
Yeah, so. But that's it. You shouldn't have to pay them when you come on to that. They're supposed to fix shit. It takes like a week to do it. And they're supposed to give you a loaner card when you're doing it, when you turned it in.
Yeah, I thought about that the other day because I got in a bad accident.
Yeah, you told me. You told me. You didn't get your car. You got another car?
No, I don't play.
You have 1 minute remaining.
All right, brother. I love you. I appreciate the pep talk.
Oh,
Needed that.
he love him. He appreciate the pep talk. He needed that. Wow.
Yeah. You need to just call my phone. You need to call my phone. I ain't having no contact with them folks. I ain't telling them folks.
I got you. I got all that. I got it. I got it.
I told them to tell you that too. Straight up. I know they did.
They told me. That's fine. They told me. They told me. Like I said, I know you're my son. I know what's going on, bro. I'm not slow. It's just right now I'm going through what I'm going through. I'm just tired of people playing with life. That's it. That's it. Ain't nobody perfect.
So it sounds like he may have told Sonia, "Don't talk to me. I don't want to talk to you." So he was the one doing the blocking. He was the one that cut off the conversation.
Perfect. But damn, you got to go through this shit here. That's all.
You good, man. Just keep your head up, man. Gonna make something. You did.
Thank you for using Global Link.
Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe.
And that is that conversation. But again, we compared it to the first one. The first conversation that let me see. This was the other one. I don't think we went over this one. Yeah, let's do this one.
Hey, hello?
Talk fast has got $1 left and it's going to go up. Go ahead.
That is my social I sent you.
I know, I got it.
Okay. I don't know what you're talking about, but when you get some more money on there, I need to call you and Dion on the same line. I need to talk to both of y'all because this is not making no sense to me. None of it's making no sense. I'm not a fool. I'm not a fool. Listen, I'm not a fool. I don't talk about people that doing something for me. I know it ain't none of me talking now. You saying it's another? I know it ain't none of me. I know it ain't none of me.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't care what nobody. I know it ain't none of me.
So when you guys look at it, the Dion call looks like they put it at a 3:31 p.m. on March 12, 2024 was Dion and Ernesto. This one with her is on March 12th at 3:19. So actually this was before he even talked to Dion.
I mean, I ain't got to fucking lie. I ain't never lied to you. So I know it ain't fucking me. So when you do get someone on there,
you just don't remember. That's what it is. Because it was July.
What?
It was in July. You probably just don't remember. It's a lot of phone calls. You're not gonna remember all.
Look at her making excuses. How you gonna be mad, but then you just don't remember? That's all.
All of them. And the way you said it kind of passively. You didn't say it like it was the bulk of the conversation.
So if it was passively, why did you even care about it? Why even bring it up? What was your point of bringing it up? If it was passively and you felt like he wasn't even paying no attention when he said it and it was just flippant, and it may not have had a contextual, real substantive meaning to it, then why would you even bring it up?
So it's the way you said it, you may not remember because he didn't. He just chuckled and then said, "Yeah, that she can't afford me." Talking about his girl and the job premium.
I'm gonna say right now, if that kill our relationship, fuck it, man. I'm going to the whole day, man. I can't take.
You hear that? If that kill our relationship, effing, I'm going to the whole today. Look at all this. Now this is at 3:19 before he's talking to Dion on the same day.
No,
I'm done, man.
I already told you.
I'm done, man. I'm done.
No.
Yesterday.
No, they're not. That's it. Listen.
Man,
just hush. Just hush. You're not done. You're not done. Did you read what I said? Did you read what I said?
You're done. So
before that, I said.
That's all I got.
The two
Basically, she letting you know, Nesto, she ain't really done. She was just talking. Psych, I was just playing. Boo. I'm still gonna help you as much as you want me to. I just had to have fake outrage for a minute because they talking about me on YouTube, and I care about strangers and what they think about me for some reason. I don't know what's wrong with me. I don't know why I care about people that don't even know who I am for real. I don't know why I'm so obsessed with what other people think about me, but I am, and I don't know why. So I had to do some fake outrage. So they thought that in these text messages, I was going in on you, but you're not picking up what I'm putting down. So now you sound like you getting mad and you about to go off on me on these phone calls, and now they're going to clown me again off of this phone call. So now I got to tell you, could you read what happened before? Oh, calm down. Don't say that. Don't do that. Trying to stop his conversation because you don't want him going off on you.
two things that you need that I said that I would do, I said I'm going to do. Those are two things to get that biggest thing off of you. I said I would still do that because you do not deserve to go to jail for something you did not do. I'm not that mad.
Who gives a dang about any of that if you gonna play me like that? If I feel like you played me, I don't want to have nothing to do with you. But I'm be like, I'm gonna still hang around and use all my resources and my money to make sure you get out so you can be with somebody else. That don't even make any sense.
So therefore I said, I'm still going to do that. So you're not done because if that big thing come off of you, you're good. And those two things that I'm doing is the thing that's going to get you off of that if it proves what it proves.
Oh,
So
stop.
I'm gonna call Dion.
I sent Dre the number to Joe, so he got Joe's number.
He's not finna call. Ain't nobody doing that for me like that. I don't care.
She trying her best to get him to not really talk about any. You see how she's cutting him off because she don't want him to really let us know what's really going on, and that's that, whatever. So now he's like, ain't nobody doing nothing for me like that. Here we go.
If nobody mad or whatever, that shit is not what they say it is. Okay.
Well, he said that he's going to help you with your mom.
Listen, man, I'm talking about. You know what? Something gonna make me start talking, and I don't want to do that. I ain't trust nothing after what I saw yesterday. Okay, them folks said I had this going.
Fulton County is just an unorganized situation. That's all that is.
Man,
it's very unorganized. And then I looked at, like I told you, like when I read the stuff that you sent me, the other thing that they try to get put on you is in Arizona. So I don't even know why that's out of their jurisdiction. So why is that even like what they should have put in most?
Girl, what are you talking about? I'm not understanding what you're talking about. There are different prongs that establish jurisdiction, and it's not necessarily the location. Sometimes it depends on the transactions, especially if it's wire fraud, and it goes from one state to the next state. You can have situations, anything that crosses state lines. You can have residents if it affects the resident. There are different prongs in order to determine jurisdiction, and the court has the DA is going to have to make sure that they do have jurisdiction. But just hush, and let these people do their job.
For the jurisdictions in those two big situations that you have, that shouldn't even be. I don't care where you started.
Listen, man, none of this shit means nothing. None of this is nothing. Straight up, none of this is nothing. That's what I'm saying. This is not me. This is not me, man. My whole shit is just done. I'm just being straight up with you. I'm burnt out.
Well, like I said, I'm working on the two things. I'm getting the thing notarized so I can take it to the bank and get that, and then I'm gonna take the other thing and fax it so I can get the other stuff, and then I'm gonna put that where it need to go. You know what I'm saying? So
let's say something. That DA, that lady don't give a fuck about none of that shit. She is
That's okay. That's okay.
So he basically telling you, what is your point? That's not how that goes anyway. What you do is if you do have alleged evidence, you give it to his attorney and you have reciprocal discovery. I wouldn't give them nothing now because they're going to go before the grand jury, period. So you have reciprocal discovery when that time comes. Now, there are situations where if you have concrete evidence, you have the attorney submit it. They can submit it or talk or have a conference with the DA and be like, listen, This disputes everything that you're talking about. But again, you guys don't even have all the information. So I don't know how you plan on debunking what you don't even know. But for him to be like, it don't matter what she say, it almost to me sounds like he know whatever it is probably ain't gonna help the situation to that degree. Because why would you stop her from submitting information that you think is gonna help you? That doesn't make any sense.
She don't
That's
give a
okay.
fuck. But I saw her yesterday. The way her attitude was yesterday, she's like, man, I don't give a fuck if you put it in or not. That's exactly
That's
how
okay. It's going to be put in. It's going to be put in all over the place, too. It's going to be put in all over the place. So
I'm
it's
just
going to
saying
be.
straight up what I saw.
Well, okay, that's fine. But like I told you, that
You gonna put it in all over the place where? The only where it matters is in court. If it defends him and whatever the case is against him or the charges against him, that's not, you're gonna put it in all over the place. So that's her thing. She keeps making it seem like she's putting it out on social media to change the narrative. You cannot change the narrative. And that's what Dion was trying to tell him. What people are gonna believe is what they're gonna believe. Your importance is in court. Not what's going on in YouTube, not what I say, not what any of you guys say. It's whatever happens in court. Let the attorney strategize. Why you out here doing it? Let them strategize. You don't need to be emailing nobody, trying to contact the DA and all that stuff. Like, no, he has a lawyer. That is not your place.
that whole county is, the whole country is looking at that county for what's going on with Fannie. And there's bigger people.
First of all, it's Madam DA, Fannie Willis. That's the first thing. Fannie, she ain't your friend. So I'm going to need you not to do that. She worked real hard for that spot. Secondly, you all know the stuff with Fannie Willis and that disqualification was a Trump move. I was pissed because I felt like, I know the look of impropriety is horrible, and I agree with the judge and all of his scathingness that he did up in that motion, because she needed it. Because you got to be careful of what you do when you decide to take on big people, and everybody knows that, because you become a target. So she should have been well aware of that, and I think it wasn't the smartest move. But you making it seem like she's accused of some like real corruption or something. Like she out here making up cases. That is not what the issue is with the DA over there in Fulton County. Do I like their processes? Absolutely not. Do I think somebody should be sitting in jail without, being indicted for a number of months? Nope. I think that's an issue, and I think it's something the ACLU will come up with. But that's been something that's been a law for that county even before the DA, before Madam DA. So
people that's interested in any and everything that's fucked up with that DA.
But for some reason, she believes that if somebody got an issue in any county, that means that your case all of a sudden is strong against them or something. That's the same attitude with, so this is your biggest defense. Now because Madam DA is going through what she's going through over there in Fulton County, now you feel like the same thing that go happen in Roswell, that because they got a history of some of the things that they've done allegedly according to you, that now this not evidence, not real evidence that goes against whether you're guilty or innocent. You're gonna base a big bulk of your defense on what's going on within these offices or within these entities and organizations. That is just dumb. It's dumb. Typically, when you get mistreated in a lot of these organizations like this, or in these entities like a police station, and you can prove it, you go sue them under 1983 in federal court. That's what you do. I don't. So it sounds like she's just trying to find what's wrong, and you're gonna find a wrong in every county. You are, and then using that as a defense for him, which is dumb.
Office right now, bigger than this little stupid YouTube shit. Way bigger. So, like I told you, the more light on the situation, the better it is. So don't worry about that. Because again, they're coming for her office and how she runs it. Not just this case, but every case that she does.
Oh, gosh.
And if that's what you got to do, then that's what you got to do. Or me, particularly. So don't worry about that.
Oh, she said, or me. That's what she's going to do. So you think you bringing attention to Fulton County, of which your man is currently an inmate. You going to try to drag the county of which has not even indicted him yet. And you think that's a good legal strategy. Let his attorneys who went to law school and have practicing have practice, so they actually have some type of experience. Let them do it. How do you think this is going to help them? I'm going to drag the county and drag the head DA. What happened when the judge said, I'm ready to rule and did not disqualify Madam DA off of the case? She was immediately like, we ready to try this case next month. It just fueled her fire. Now she more pissed. Now Trump really better go find something up under a rock that he's going to do to try to help himself. That didn't help his situation, trying to drag her and embarrass her out of prosecuting him.
I'm worried about everything.
I know.
I'm worried about everything because see,
I know. That don't sound like nobody pissed and they done. That's not what it sounds like to me.
Hands are tired. I can't do nothing. I can't speak my peace. I can't. I have nothing. That's what I'm trying to say. I have nothing. Nothing.
Okay. Well, you know what?
I'm going to call him. And I'm going to say what I got.
You're going to call him and let him know what it is. I sent him the phone number so he has it.
No, I'm not telling you nobody. I don't want to talk to nobody anymore. I'm just.
No, don't do that. You can't do that.
No.
You cannot do that.
Nobody don't give a fuck. They say they do.
Look at him. It's the manipulation for me. I'm telling you, as much as he would have hated my guts. That's why I told you. I said it a long time ago. He wouldn't have messed with me. Because as soon as he would have tried to run this old plantation 1925 game on me, I would have been like, you know what, you right. I don't even give a F. Click. That would have been it. He'd have been sitting there like, what I'm going to do next? How I'm going to get Pam back? How's she going to talk to me again? Because that don't nobody give it. You telling somebody who going to visit you every week, who's moved from Florida to Georgia to be next to you and said the primary reason was to be closer to you to visit you, who's answering your phone calls, even though she ain't doing nothing appropriately legally, in my opinion. I ain't going to say appropriately, but I'm going to say helpful, in my opinion. But she did avail herself to Georgia so that she can be right there with you. And you saying, don't nobody give a F about me. You know what? You right. Click. That would have been the end of the conversation.
They don't. Okay? They don't.
Well,
anything.
Listen.
Say anything. I don't give a fuck if nobody hear it. I don't care anymore. I don't.
Well, no, you can't be like that. So what you have to no, you can't be like that. But no, you can't be like that.
Is this not elementary? I'm just saying. It's the gaslighting for me.
So what you have to do is talk to him, and he gonna have to either be the friend that he say he is of 30-something years and help his friend who helped him, or he gonna show you what type of friend he's not.
I'm telling you right now.
Here she is again, bringing Dre up. So basically, if Dre ain't got the ability to help, he not a friend. Oh, you helped him. You only know he helped. The extent of the help is what Nesto told you he did. They may have paid each other back 20 times over. Dre could have done other things for him outside of this jail situation. So to make his friendship contingent on his ability on one incident is ridiculous to me. And this is the type of things that he should have been checking around. But right now, he ain't really trying to check her because he done already, he done went from being mad and going off and all of that stuff like how he did Shirley. But Shirley checked the dog mess out of him. No, what you not going to do is give me an ultimatum, and you not talking to me like that. And he had to calm down. He lost all control over that, and he's not used to that with women. You can tell.
I'm just tired of talking, man. I'm tired of talking. And nobody's never fucking listening to what I'm saying. You're talking in code. Fuck the code. Fuck all that. Nobody's not listening. Okay. And I'm trying to cuff my mouth because I'm not trying to exploit nobody's personality. Nobody's not listening to what I'm saying. And I don't want
you can talk about anything as long as it's not your defense.
No, I don't want to say that because you already mad. You pissed off. Everybody fucking pissed off.
Well, I got valid reason because I heard what I heard. But anyway, look,
you know what?
it's not.
You have 1 minute remaining.
You say what you gotta say. If you got your valid reason, I apologize. You already said that. Now you don't give a fuck about no apologies. You don't give about no sorry.
So you can't say sorry for something you said and you meant.
No.
You meant it.
If I said it, I said it. And I'm saying what I'm finna say now. No, I don't give a fuck about me.
You hear that? If I said it, I said it. It is what it is. Take what I said. I ain't got no reason to lie to you. Then he go back into he the victim again. Don't nobody give a F about me. This is just, I can't believe that this is being entertained. I just can't believe it at this point.
They just talking. They just fucking talking. You did what you had to do. Now you mad. You pissed off.
And the crazy part is, this is what Dion was mad at, right? He ain't talked to Dion till after this conversation. If Dion heard this conversation, he probably even more pissed off. Because he heard the conversations with Sonia. Now you back right before you calling Dion, talking about don't nobody care about you. Don't nobody give a F about you. This is what Dion was checking you on 10 minutes later when you called him. So he was just standing at your phone seeing who he can call.
Like, fuck this nigga. I don't give a damn. That's how he feels about me. That's what you're saying. That's what everybody fucking saying.
Oh,
so
well,
fuck. Just fuck it, man.
I'm just going off of how what you talked about me. Because the way you talked about me, it was giving that.
Sound like it don't even sound right.
It don't, but I heard it. I heard it. I heard it.
Shit. And if I say
you know what?
I say positive shit. I don't say no negative shit. And when I say you can't look for me, it was the truth. You didn't hear from me. I can't fucking miss.
Yeah, but the way
he said it is the truth. When you ain't hear from me, you was kind of look for me. But he said it like I ain't come after her. She was coming after me. He made it seem like she was a thirst trap. That's how he said it on the phone conversation. Now he playing it down like you did look for me. I wasn't lying. I was here in jail.
Said it. You said I didn't come looking for her. She came looking for me. You said it just like that. Okay, so all right. So you need to play. You need to play.
Thank you for using Global Tellink.
Thank you for watching.
So that was that one. The last one that I missed is too long. I'm not gonna have time to do it. But thank you guys so much for spending your morning and part of your lunch with me. My plan, I say what my plan is, and then it probably doesn't go through. Is I do have, I will probably go live tonight on a different topic. So you guys make sure that you come on over there to the main page and subscribe over there if you have not. And subscribe here if you have not done so already. I hope you guys enjoyed this little break and my little commentary on these few little phone calls. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Make sure you guys do what Dre said when he said to like.
And another thing you notice, the first thing they say, make sure you guys hit that like and the subscribe button. That's what it's all about. After they get them dogging you out, before they dog you out, that's the first thing they say. If you like this video, make sure you hit.
You have 1 minute remaining.
Y'all heard what he said. Make sure you like and subscribe. I'm glad that you guys all came over here and, like I said, spent your lunch with me. But I'm out of here. I got to get back to work. I'll talk to you guys later. Hopefully, I'll see you all tonight. Enjoy the rest of your day.